Real quick, you guys got any thoughts on All Star? Sorry, I didn't prep you for All Star. It kind of just popped into my head, and I'm like, yeah, we got a few more minutes of Sean, so let's see if we can hit All Star real quick.
I mean, I'm glad that there was a bunch of first timers this year. That was cool. It shows that there's new talented guys in the league that are getting some shine. I'm glad that Garland got in. I'm glad that Lonzo Ball got or LaMelo Ball got in. Am I missing anybody? The kid from the Spurs, Murray. I'm glad that there's like new talented young all stars. There's a lot of like young dudes in this game. And
You missed one of
also,
the starters.
what's up?
Missed one of the starters who's the first timer.
Oh, Wiggins. I mean, go for him. Go for him, man. After playing
No,
Minnesota.
it
I'm
doesn't
not
make
saying that he
any
deserved
sense.
it. But.
It does not make any sense at all why Wiggins is on that starting team. And I feel like the best part that I've seen was the dynamic between LeBron and KD last night during the selection, with Harden coming up last. I think that it's that was funny to watch. I think LeBron not being able to contain himself was funny.
Brian Petty.
The clipboard thing. I mean, it was perfect.
He was keying behind that thing like it was a lifesaver.
If anyone didn't watch that, it's worth just going on YouTube and watching the entire show again. Chuck asked KD if the Nets have a team shrink like it's gold.
I like this pre-retirement Chuck because he's really just starting to let stuff rip that he would only let rip on a podcast. He's just like, he got what he called Kyrie half man. I forgot what he said.
Half available or something.
Half available or something like that. Ernie's asking KD when he's gonna come back. I mean, they're just really letting it loose, man. But I really liked it. I like the fact that they get to draft the players because it shows you how the great players think of other great players. Like, Joker amongst the starters, he kind of, he didn't go as high on the list as some of you media types would have expected because, I think the media loves the Joker, but I don't think a lot of great players who don't play with him, which he doesn't play with any great players, respect exactly who he is and what he does. Well, you know what? I don't say that. I think they respect him, but they don't see him as a peer.
I think he's also not an all-star game type player. I feel like that also doesn't help.
Oh man, he's a great passer though. He's like great setup man for the oops and stuff like that. Yeah. Like full court passes. I think his passing ability makes him great for the all-star game. It's just nothing else.
Joe, he shouldn't be playing, honestly, and I'm biased as a Heat fan, but I think as long as my boy is out, he should have had to sit. He intentionally caused an injury to a dude that still hasn't played since, and I want that to be acknowledged. 40 games into this guy being injured, like a spinal injury. I think it's wild, and hopefully, maybe that might have had something to do with it. I feel like there's some street politics, or hood politics going on in the league, and so I'm fine with that. Jokic is an electrifying player. I mean, arguably the best passing big we've ever seen, but that situation is nasty.
Because the Morris brothers haven't ever cheap shot at anyone.
Have they put anybody out for 40 games? That's
I don't know. I don't think so. Those guys are always doing some questionable stuff. Not that anyone deserves to be injured. But.
Sure, you got chippy.
I feel like the result matters, right? Because we look at the Grayson Allen play. I don't think he deserved to get suspended for that play. I think he made a legitimate play on the ball, but because Caruso, the second best AC, broke his wrist, and Grayson Allen's personality and his reputation, that matters. And because Jokic doesn't have a bad reputation and the Morris brothers do, it's kind of like we're going to give Jokic the benefit of the doubt, and we're not going to give was it Marcus Morris y'all got down there in Miami? No, y'all got Keith. Yeah, not the one who was on the Lakers. Keith, yeah, because we used to call him Chief Queef, because he was awful in the bubble.
Not to mention everyone loves Caruso, which doesn't help.
It doesn't. Shit, Sean, is there anything else NBA you want to hit before we get out of here?
No, I'm excited. I'm scared. There's a lot of emotions running through my body right now. And we've been playing well as a team this year without Ben Simmons or anyone for that spot. So I just I'll be entertained. I'll be incredibly biased, but I hope everyone else enjoys watching whatever we're about to see in Philadelphia for the next foreseeable future, I guess.
All right, man. Thanks so much. I'll hit you when we get done. We're about to talk a little bit of Miami Dolphins before we close this thing out.
All right, y'all. It was good to talk to y'all.
Like,
All right, man.
take care, man. Pleasure meeting you.